Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Covering my DoorDash journey for Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. First of all, before I get started, um, during my dash today, passed over 600 subscriber mark today. So thank you guys very much, each and every one of you. I really appreciate it. Just a reminder, if I do get up to 1,000, there's this challenge I'm going to do, 250 straight deliveries where I'm going to accept every offer, and I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to stay like in this zone, in my zone, and do it, and take some absolutely horrible offers. You'll see some of them here, the type of orders I get. You'll see it in this video. I had a lot of declines today. If I do that challenge after 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to take them. I'm going to take the $10 or $12 Best Buys into the heart of downtown Columbus. I'm going to take $2 orders going 12 miles. Hey, I'll do the challenge. So we'll see if and when we get to that point. Okay, now to today. Started off with an Uber order, actually, $7.29 for a mile, McDonald's. So that 19 minutes, and that was the only Uber I did. You'll see some junky Uber declines here in the rest of this video. Then right away, a $10 TJ's. It's still early, so I figured, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And I'm heading towards the customer, and it seems like I didn't realize it right away, but the GPS was taking me this really long, kind of like roundabout way to get to the customer. I'm like, wait a minute, something doesn't seem right here. And I wasn't 100%. I wasn't 100% sure where I was going, because there's like in this area there's 2 or 3 different trailer parks that I delivered to, and I wasn't sure which one it was. Um, I never keep them straight. So I get to where I'm about to turn into the trailer park, and a familiar entrance, and right in front of that, the road's closed. So that's why I was detoured. This was like, 2.5, 3 miles longer than it normally is. And it's just like, it was just like, it hasn't even been a week. They reopened a bridge in my zone that had been closed for like 3 months or something. And it's like, as soon as one thing opens, they shut something else down. But I mean, now I know this was going down to Darbydale, so now I know for the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to be really careful and really selective on any orders going down to that area. This other area with the bridge, I get a lot more orders going into that area, so I just been sucking it up for the last 3 months and taking the detour. But yeah, Darbydale's a different story. I can, because it's a lot of times it's just like this right here, 10 to $12 orders. So I can just start. I'm not going to be missing out much if I start declining those. It took me 28 minutes, so it is what it is. $7.50 tip on that. And a few minutes later, I'm still like coming back to zone, and I get this 957-mile McDonald's, and you see there everything's taking place all in the same place. So I went ahead and took it. I noticed the whole chicken nugget McDonald's thing was back again. So the last time they did that, I got the 6 deliveries, and then I didn't get any chicken nuggets. I don't know how you even redeem it or anything. All I'm concerned about is completing the 6 deliveries so that that banner clears off of my phone. That's all I want to do. Um, but I think I only did like 3 McDonald's today, so it's the banner's still on there. 20 minutes for the 9.50, $3 and a 3.50 tip. And then I think it was after, yeah, it might have been this delivery here. This was my first of 2 like pretty long breaks. But it's Tuesday, so that's kind of to be expected. That's kind of a slow day in my zone. I'm not going to Southern Point for $6. That's a decline. But like I said, if I get over 1,000 subscribers, I'll be taking orders like that. 250 straight deliveries, folks. I thought this was interesting. A view that's for just specifically for at night. You see here, it's in green. I could have claimed that, but I'm not doing something like that. They want it done between 9 and 11:15. 9 o'clock is when I usually, about when I try to go to bed, 9:30. So, yeah, I wasn't available for this, but I just thought that was interesting. And then, so this next photo, okay, so there's me on this break. If you're new to the channel, the original name that I came up with for this channel was going to be the Walking Dasher, because I don't like to sit in my car to wait for orders. I like to, walk and keep, within a close enough distance to my car for when I get an order. So this picture was taken. I'm walking around the Meijer parking lot, just checking the apps, waiting for an order, and I like how this turned out with the clouds, and I think this picture turned out pretty cool. But anyway, so I'm holding up the monster. That's like the bad habit that I'm trying to break, and that's why the discouraged look on my face, because I'm drinking this monster and I can't kick the habit. So that's me in the field of battle right there, folks. $5 5 mile Tim Hortons decline. Another 7 minutes goes by. I'm still just walking around in that parking lot. And I see this screen. I don't know that I've ever seen an expected wait time of like a half hour in my zone. I was like, man, the system is really expecting it to be that slow. But then I think, yeah, it was, okay, so it was within seconds of taking that screenshot that I got something. 13.50 Meijer 10 items going out to Groport. I normally wouldn't take an order like this, but I didn't want to chance it. It's Tuesday. It said, potentially a half hour wait. I didn't want to chance turning this down and then walking around in circles in that parking lot for another half hour. So I took this, it is what it is. 10 items, but only 5 things to shop for. So this, what did this take me? This took me 7 minutes to shop this. So I don't think there was any substitutions, and delivered at 8:28. So just a little bit over a half hour for the 13.50. So this was time wise, this was good. Just not really on mileage. And I think I got it. There's the tip on that order right there. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. And 11.50 from DoorDash. Okay. And then, 2 minutes later, there you go from Uber, a decline. Thank you. $3 Uber decline. And then I went ahead and took this $28, 17 miles, 18 items. Let's go ahead and do it. South High area. And while I was in the store, they tried to set this high paying offer for $5.75, but shopping 16 items, decline. So I'm just sticking with my one order. It says I got the wrong blueberries. I mean, I didn't see Michigan blue. Aren't blueberries blueberries? I mean, come on. Well, and then I just there was these and organic. That's all I saw. So I didn't see any Michigan blueberries, or I didn't see any Texas blueberries, or Arkansas blueberries either. All I saw was blueberries, guys. So I don't know. Delivered at 9:24, and so yeah, this took less than an hour. $28. When between when it wasn't the two downtime periods, I was the times where I was getting orders, it was pretty busy. $6, 16 mile. Wow. And I'm not even familiar with that restaurant. Decline. Upside down Chick-fil-A, decline. Here we go, $16, 4 mile TJ and Walgreens. Have problems in TJ sometimes. It's kind of slow, and it was slow when I got there. And so there you see, top of the screen, 7 minutes into my wait. I haven't gotten this for a while, where DoorDash initiates the drop, if you want to, before the 10 minutes. This kind of surprised me. Like I said, I haven't seen this for a while, but I was like, well, yeah, let's go ahead, because it just, it felt like this was going to be a 10-minute drop anyway. So thank you very much. I got to drop it in 7. And then I get to Walgreens is just down the street. I just got to shop for a Coke, some dog treats, and 5 candy bars. So 2-minute shop. And then, so when you drop one order of a stack, you hope that you get paid more than half. I was thinking, I was telling myself, what would have been really cool and would have made for a cool, title for the video, if it would have happened, is if I still got the 16.25. If it would have been that the same DoorDash base pay regardless for the stack, and then if the TJ's was a 0 tip. So that was what I was hoping for, was the whole 16.25, and would have made for a cool title, or at least more than half of the more than $8. So let's see what it was. I got 9.25, so a little more than half, so that works for me. So basically, what is this, 26, 34 minutes, 9.25, didn't really work out too well, but that's because I had to mess around with the TJs. 275 and a 650 tip. And then was my next long break, where I came here. That order dropped off kind of close to home. I came here, I think at 10:17 is soon after I came into the apartment. 1850 PetSmart, Groveport. I need a break. Just give me like an hour or two break from the long distance orders. Give me something close. Okay, check this out. Look at that time that elapsed here. Over a half hour, 35 minutes goes by. I don't get nothing for 35 minutes on either app. Crazy. So I'm just sitting here. I had already walked the dog, and I'm just sitting here, doing some journal work, when I get a $3 Wendy's, decline. Okay. And then another what is that? Another 14 minutes goes by. I think by this point I had left the apartment, and I think I was sitting up at Meyer when I got, yeah, I was. Um, I was like, I better get out of here and go, to one of the hot spots because, it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to get something here. So I was sitting at Meyer and I got this hidden tip Burger King. Okay. And look at the wait here. I waited close to 15 minutes. I waited. And the reason why I didn't 10-minute drop is because this was a large order. It was like there was like 3 Happy Meals and 2 other meals. They had to put it in 2 large sacks. It was a large order, so I knew, this is going to take longer. But it was a hidden tip, and the delivery was just 2 miles down the street. So I was okay with waiting, somewhere in that 15-minute mark, and delivered 8 minutes later. And it paid $11.25. So even with that long wait, that was still only 24 minutes for the $11.25. So that still worked out really good. $9.25 tip on that. Upside down Starbucks decline. $16, 16 mile, 2 pickups, 2 deliveries decline. Minute later, they're still trying to stick me with long distance Genji Go decline. $12, 18 miles. Little $4 Taco Bell decline. Here we go. $11, 7-mile Logan's. Let's do it. And this took 22 minutes. $3.25, $8 tip. Done Logan's 2 days in a row. And when my wife and I ate there last night as well, I got the coconut shrimp, which I didn't like as much as the steak that I got there the first time we went there. But anyway, $21, 75 items from Aldi's. No thank you. Wonder how long that would have taken me. Not even a minute later, 2 Subway orders for $7 decline. Now I'm starting to get hit, folks. All 3 of these were within a minute. Here we go. $2 Pizza Hut decline. $9.75 9-mile Hilltop decline. Upside down Massey's Pizza. That looks like it's not only going out of my zone, but almost going out of the next zone. It's like crossing over a whole zone practically to deliver that. The upside down Jolly Pirate decline. Now that one's what legitimate West Zone. Here we go. There's my third McDonald's order. $5.50 2-mile. Had it done in less than 15 minutes. $2 and a $3.50 tip. Not going to downtown for $9. I haven't seen Fazoli's in a while, but that's $5 to go past. That looks like it's past South High. Absolutely not. Here we go. Hidden tip, City Barbecue. This was pretty easy. It was just one meal for one person delivered to a customer. I've delivered to several times before. Just took 13 minutes, $9. $2, $7 tip. Easy. $9 9-mile, 5 below. No thanks. $5 TJs. I'm done, folks. I'm done with TJs for today. I already did the one delivery and then the drop on the other one. That's enough TJs for me for one day. Less than a minute later, $7.50. 3.5-mile Giant Eagle. I took a look at the 2 items and I went ahead and took this. I almost almost cheated on this Giant Eagle salad. So the ham salad was, you see here, self-serve, but they wanted the egg salad from the behind the counter. And while I was getting the ham salad, I did see a half-pound egg salad in self-serve. And I was like, should I cheat and get this? But no, I'll go to the deli counter. And they were helping somebody, but this other worker came and got me, and it was really fast, and so it didn't take long. So this was just 3 minutes. So I got lucky. And the delivery at so just 21 minutes for the 750. So that, that works. 350 tip on that. Decline, not doing Dollar General for only $7. I took this $7 3 mile Donato's. 16 minutes, $7. 2 and 5. Pretty standard. That was just one medium cheese pizza. Easy, done. And then here's my last order, and this put me over goal. So 24.50. Yeah, the one customer's near downtown, but this is gonna put me over goal, and I can shut things down. The one customer was just cat food, and then the other one was a grocery shop. Done in less than 20 minutes. Okay, delivered the first one at 2:04. So this took over an hour. Wow. So 24.50 in just over an hour. No, I've had better shops than that. $3 and a $5 tip. Appreciate it very much. And that was it, folks. Logged off at 2:23. Surprised I made goal in less than 8 total hours with those 2 long stretches of downtime. So man, it was all total. It was 2 hours and 20 minutes. Each of those 2 stretches was probably about like 45 minutes each. It's kind of weird, but yeah, still did 14 deliveries for $146.50, and then the one Uber for the $7.20 or whatever. Mileage was, I beat goal, but not by much. It was like I think it was like 132 miles, 134, something like that, and that's it. I'm gonna now help my wife fix dinner, and we'll do this all again tomorrow, guys. Thanks so much for watching. As always, be sure to drive safe out there, and we'll catch you at the next video. Thanks again.